What is going on, everybody? Back on it. House of the Dragon. We got two trailer drops today. A green trailer and a black trailer. If you're interested in the shows, you know difference between the green and the blacks. So we're gonna check both out. I got both tabs up here. We'll just crank them out back to back. It's actually crazy. We're kind of getting some good content this year. Like I just saw Dune like last week or 2 weeks ago. Man, one of the better movies I've seen in a long time. Like all the boxes, story, visuals, acting, just all of it. Then we got the House of the Dragon coming up. If you watch season 1, that was some of the best TV shows I've watched in a long time. House of the Dragon. I mean, of course, you're gonna have people that don't like it, but if you were a Game of Thrones fan, I feel like it gave everything that those, because people say like, oh, after season 6 or season 7. I don't agree with that. I do agree that the last season was bad, but up until that last season, I feel like House of the Dragon hit everything that encompassed like Game of Thrones. Like just hit all of it, all of it. It was great. It was amazing, and it's good to see that it was also well received, so that like HBO and like the people behind it know like you can just keep dumping us like Game of Thrones style content. Like it doesn't have the end with House of the Dragons. I know they always said that they're not going to do a prequel series, but I'm telling you right now, you give us a young Ned, a young Robert Baratheon, like you give it, would go, the numbers would be insane. Regardless, House of the Dragon, we're going to have this up on the channel. Regardless, we're not going to take a vote for it. Like it's just going to be up. Game of Thrones is, if you removed animated series like anime, cartoons, anything like that, Game of Thrones is my favorite and greatest TV show that I've ever watched, and it could be an argument to be made it's the greatest thing I've ever watched, anime or not. So we're going to be watching House of the Dragons for the channel. Let's see what we got.
For the one true King Aegon!
Sir Kristen wasn't riding a dragon right there, was he? The fark was that?
Many weeks ago, my lord husband was alive.
And this is all over
The
just
realm was
a
at peace.
misconception, misunderstanding.
On his deathbed, he knew the realm would never accept a queen. Rhaenyra's supporters will believe what they wish. But Viserys wanted Aegon to succeed him.
She got that incorrect. I hope by the end of it, she ends up getting told the story
For the good of the realm, but for the satisfaction of vengeance.
that was supposed to be told, and she's like, oh, I made a
Not
mistake,
against
maybe.
the king, and I will pay it back 100 times over. I'm as fearsome as any of them.
You have no idea the sacrifices that were made to put you on that throne.
He didn't even want it, by the way. Now he's got the power.
Uncle is a challenge I welcome. If he dares face me.
We will prevail and bring forth peace. But you must accept that the path
Is that some
to victory
Baratheon
now
armor?
is one of violence.
Good. To war, then.
He doesn't know what he's doing, by the way. Kid was just given power and has no idea.
All my life, I've endeavored to serve both my house and the realm. And somehow...
Oh, was that Hightower? Was that actually it right there? High Garden, excuse me?
For the one true King Aegon!
Not bad. I mean, we're not Team Green over here. Now, you could say, Team Black is just as bad. And Rhaenyra's done her shady shit too. So, like, I agree, like, nobody's clean. But if we're just talking from, like, the baseline principle of, like, what the issue is between the two of them, I don't know how you can support Team Green. Given, like, the baseline of it is the succession. And the succession, as we saw, at the very King Viserys, he's like, why are we still questioning the line of succession that's already been decided? Referring to a different issue, but he named her his heir. And they were planning, the thing is, like, I could understand if they took the plan, if they got that message from Alicent and were like, wow, well, if those were his last wishes, let's set things into plan. Otto and the others of the small council were already planning to overtake Rhaenyra regardless of that news from Alicent. So they were already in the wrong before it even started. So I can maybe give them that excuse. like a miss, but no, I can't. So let's see what Teams Black got. Let's see what we got. Let me get rid of these captions. Sorry, I've been watching a Berserk anime. I've been putting the captions up for the people.
My father chose me, his firstborn child, to succeed him.
Yeah, he did.
He held to his decision until death. And yet, Alicent's son sits my throne. I mean to fight this war and win it.
Okay.
The realm will soon tear itself apart. If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys.
Oh shit, we're at the wall. Those are Starks. We were at the wall right there.
Battles are marching. You must crush this beast at its head.
Our terms are very simple. Renounce the false king and bend the knee to the king, or your house burns.
Jesus.
When the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten, you will not even remember what began the war in the first place.
Very true. And the two brothers on opposite sides too, the two twins.
Feel what I've begun.
Woo wee. Woof. Woof. Do we have a
When the desire
House burns.
season number count? Because clearly this all isn't going to be finished.
Alicent's son till death.
This is not all going to be finished with this season. Clearly, I think we all like acknowledge and agree with that.
Chose me.
Do we? Because you guys are probably more plugged in. Again, because the story's like already been told, and we could find out right now like how it all ends and all those type of things. I don't really go searching for much. Do we have a season count? Because clearly it's not going to be done here. So I'm very curious of like, are we talking 4, 5, 6 seasons? Like how? Because because in that first season we were time skipping something serious, you know. Like every episode we came back, we were like going like years ahead, and then we had that big time jump because we kept time jumping. And it's like, oh wow, King Viserys is still alive. And we come back and he's like missing half of this, and it's like, damn, he's still alive. And we just kept like time skipping forward, and then we had the big time jump. So I'm curious, like, is this season also going to do the same thing where we take like massive in story time jumps, or are we going to kind of flesh this out a little bit here? Because I know they're not switching actors again after the original time jump that they had, so we'll see. I'm excited for it. I know there's a ton of Game of Thrones. I know the books aren't going anywhere on that Hunter x Hunter type hiatus. Says he is, says he isn't, says he is, says he isn't. Who knows if that's ever going to finish? But what we got here, we're here for it, and it seems like we'll at least after this we'll have one more season. Where it goes besides that, who knows? But we'll leave it there and see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,